last night for the Yotes. A strong second period. They crushed the St. Louis Blues 6-2 in St. Louis, a place that Keller loves to play. 26 points in 25 games there in his hometown. Joining us now from Go PHNX, as well as former Coyotes coach, assistant coach, Steve Peters. Coach, what's up, man? How many times they played the Blues this year? I know they're in the same division now, so
I wish that one time they played them 7 times that year. Unfortunately, it's only 4 this year. It's a team they play extremely well against, and Keller owns them.
Yeah, what is it you think when a player has that success? Is it because he's playing in front of his hometown? How many tickets? Do you have any idea that he has to buy?
I don't know that, but his whole family is there. It's funny though; it's in every sport where there's a guy that just he's hot against a particular team, and this just happens to be his hometown. And St. Louis, he plays extremely well against. He played his first NHL game there in St. Louis for the Coyotes a couple of seasons ago, and he just does well. So, hopefully that continues because they're in the same division now in the Central. So. Good for Clayton Keller, and actually good for the Coyotes. They're off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, Manucci and I, when we do hits on CBS, it's our best stuff. We go CBS Sports Radio. We do really well. But, hey, we talk about the Blues. They play multiple times, but I want to talk about Connor Ingram. He was in net, and I read a quote after the game, and I'm going to just kind of butcher it a little bit, but he was basically saying, I didn't really have to do much. They made it really easy. You're a former goaltender. Yeah. That's not something you hear very often.
No, but it's funny. It's the kind of kid he is. He actually played extremely well. In the 2 starts he's had, he's playing very well. And I know this. They advertise their goalies as a 1A and a 1B. This kid's played extremely well. I really like Connor Ingram's game. He does make it look easy, but he did have to make big saves yesterday. And he's a guy to keep your eye on. He's still pretty young. And when he's in the net, he gives you this calm, confident feeling. Veggie's got good numbers, and he's kind of the 1A right now. But I tell you what, Connor Ingram, he's entertaining. He's fun. If you don't follow his Twitter, do it because he's a really funny kid.
Steve, you watch that. They only had 26 shots on goal, and the Yotes had 42, which is ginormous compared to last year's shots on goals there for a while. We're like, just shoot it. I don't care where you shoot it from, but. Can you say that a lot to the defense, or was the Blues just not getting in position to have only 26 shots on goal?
Yeah, it's funny. This is a team that won the Stanley Cup not that long ago, 2018, and they're not the same team. Unfortunately, I think they're on the decline, on their way down, and believe me, Craig Berube, their head coach, is already on the hot seat, and they're 4 games in. That's not a good sign. Coyotes are on their way up, and they're a fast team that moves well. And I'm not going to give their defense full marks yet because I still think this is a young defensive core that gives up a lot of shots.
I think the other two was some of the passing. I had a chance to watch the game, watch a lot of the highlights, but the passing, the crispness of the passing, was that one thing that was emphasized with the staff, or is that just something that kind of, you get 3 games into a regular season, you start to get them a rhythm and tempo, and maybe the flow's a little better or the rhythm's a little better?
I think the big thing with this team is how young and fast they are. So I think that's where you're seeing the speed and their ability to get up the ice so quickly. I mean, this team does work on their fundamentals, and passing is a part of that. But I think this is the style of play that you're going to see from this team all season. They're going to be a hard team to play against. I don't think they're going to be particularly heavy and physical, but they are going to play fast. And I think their ability to pass the puck is a part of that.
Steve, you always talk about separation, spacing. We hear that in basketball. We heard you talk about that. But the one pass to Zucker, clear across the other side, and he puts it in the net, high right there. Steve talked about that. Guys keeping their spacing. That was a hell of a pass, hell of a shot. It was a bang shot.
Yeah, and one of the things on that pass, that's Matthias Michelli that delivered that. This kid, he had more points per game than any other rookie in the league last season. Unfortunately, finished 4th in Rookie of the Year voting, but Matthias Michelli's ability to make passes through people, over sticks, no-look passes, makes him one of the elite passers of the game. And I know people don't know his name yet, but Matthias Michelli is one to look out for. And that pass to Zucker through sticks and through people, and he looks people off so well. that allows people to play with him to look so much better.
Logan Cooley seems to be the name we keep talking about every time you come on, but we're not mentioning him today. Why?
Well, he didn't get a point, but he does lead all rookies right now after 4 games. He's ahead of Connor Bedard, and I'm sure if you've turned your TV on, you've heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's everywhere. Logan Cooley's first leading rookie points right now with 4. He's 1 over Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard's played 1 more game, and they play head-to-head a week from Monday. So Chicago versus Arizona, Bedard, Cooley head-to-head. Look, Cooley's 19. And in this last game, specifically against St. Louis, he's starting to make those rookie mistakes. He's turning pucks over. He's trying a little too hard. He's looking for plays that aren't there. I think that will get better as the season progresses because he is truly an unbelievable talent on this team. But right now, his age at 19, playing 3 games in 4 nights, is something he's never done before. In college, you play 2 games a weekend. So I think, he is going to make some of these mistakes, but I still put him in the conversation for Rookie of the Year by the time the season's over.
He's Steve Peters joining us here. You can follow him on Twitter at SPetersHockey, also part of Go PHNX and ESPN Hockey Analyst. The combo of Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz, that needs to continue and needs to be successful for this team to get to the playoffs, correct? I mean, does it really start with those 2 guys?
It does. This top line needs to drive their offense. This is a team that, since this team has been in the Valley, it's struggling to create offense. You have to go back to Kachuk and Ronak days where this team scored at will. This team has struggled to get goals over the last decade. They live more by their defensive side of the game. Keller and Schmaltz right now are averaging more than a point a game. And if Nick Schmaltz can stay healthy, and that's been his knock ever since he arrived in the desert, he has to stay healthy. But they do need this line with Barrett Hayton in the middle to drive their offense. Because, you look at the bottom 9 forwards, I think there's some nice secondary scoring pieces, but Keller and Schmaltz have to drive the offense. Keller teased the Coyote record last year with 86 points. I think he's going to get close to that again, but it all starts with Schmaltz and Keller, and they play so well together.
You mentioned Keith Kachuk. I saw that he's going in the St. Louis Blues Hall of Fame. And I know Tyson Nash is listening. He's a former St. Louis Blues. Is he up next? Is Tyson up next? We're both buddies.
I don't know.
He's got to be, right?
I don't know if Tyson will make it. Maybe he's next on the list.
Okay.
He might be next on the list.
Hey, I'm watching. I'm looking at the play-by-play last night, and I get to the box score, and I see that Shea Weber is still dealing with that ankle. Is he really on this team? Come on.
Yeah, Shea Weber.
Come on.
So we talk about this all the time. How is he still on the list?
Yeah, how's his ankle? Can you give me an update?
Yeah, he probably is not going to play. He's probably doubtful for tomorrow. If you look at that list of Coyote greats, from Pavel Datsyuk to Shea Weber, and the list, we think they should capitalize and put their names on jerseys and sell them at the store. What? A Shea Weber number 6? Heck yes.
I mean, the guy was in the league, 16 years, a hell of a defenseman. I just saw that. I put it in my notes to ask you. I'm like, I want to sucker somebody in a bet, hey, Shea Weber is on the Arizona Coyotes because he's the only, him and one other guy, I can't remember who the other guy was, that's listed. I was like, oh, what a joke this is. Why would they even have to list him?
Yeah, it's cap diversion.
I know.
It's his technically on the roster to take up salary cap. I don't even know if he's ever stepped foot in the state of Arizona, other than when he was playing with Montreal and Nashville.
Hey,
yeah.
No,
he will not be playing.
Last thing, what is this meetup presented by Illegal Pete's? What's this all about that you guys are doing?
Well, look at that. The segue. We opening the home openers tomorrow at 1:00 at Mullet. They're playing in an afternoon matinee, and at Go PHNX, we're having people stop by Illegal Pete's in Tempe. We've got food, we've got drinks. Stop by and talk hockey before they walk over to the Mullet and watch Game 1. It's exciting. I'm excited for opening day.
Can Rock and Manooch help you? Because I see free food and drink for the first 20 diehards. Can we maybe throw in for 5 more? Because I know you're going to have a lot more people there. So, I mean, I just saw the 20 diehards on there, and I got to point that out. I mean, if we can help, we'll
kick in a few
bucks, Pete, if you need some help on that.
You got more diehards.
Get us a few more. Well, we'll talk to Max. Let's get that done.
All right, we'll work on that.
Let's get it done.
Good stuff. Thanks, buddy, and enjoy tomorrow's game.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
That's Coach Pete. Again, that's tomorrow at 11 o'clock at Illegal Pete's in Tempe. I've not been there. I just saw Illegal Pete's and him being Coach Pete.
1 minute.
I'm sure